It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The opening tip is won by the Nets. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside, it almost feels like a city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place.
Comes to Smith Jr. And Durant there to claim the rebound. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5.
That's me. I got ball. I got him.
Curling inside. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
And the finish, slam dunk.
And easy too, get back on defense.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Dennis Smith Jr. Sizing up the defense. Pass stolen by the Nets.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
To Monroe. And he's going to the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Greg Monroe has got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Kyrie across the timeline. Up by 6. To Jordan. Gets it in the right corner. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Iguodala to bring it up. Margins 8. Down low to Monroe. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Durant to Irving. Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Count the bucket for 2.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
It's Brooklyn's ball. To Hollis Jefferson. Down low Durant. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Career 88% from the line. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Short jumper misses.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Here's Irving into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To Jordan. Shot from in close, no good. To Monroe. Shot from the lane, won't go. Durant across the timeline. The lead stands at 9. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. The possession lies with New York. To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Smith. 4-3. Rebound taken by Hollis Jefferson. Kyrie lets it go. Kyrie Irving. 3 for 4. Good start. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Dennis Smith Jr. His first effort off the mark. Into the front court, it's Irving. The lead is 11. And scores, plus the foul. DeAndre Jordan, another strong finish, going to the line for a chance at 3.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
One free throw up and good. The lead now 14.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
To Marcus Morris. To Julius Randle. Good look that time, but off the mark. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys leading by 14. Kevin Durant. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Smith with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
To Durant. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good as they... Fires the 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Dinwiddie. To Durant. Taj Gibson sends it away. Knicks with the basketball. Payton. Screen coming.
Hey, double screen.
To Gibson. Spencer Dinwiddie sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Temple sizing up Iguodala. To Durant. Gets it in the left corner. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
I got ball, I got ball.
To Payton.
I'm here.
New York with 4 to shoot. The screen sets him up for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Brooklyn with the basketball. To Jordan. Probing the defense. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Payton. Here comes the screen. Iguodala against KD. To Payton. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Pass to the rim. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Payton with the basketball. His guys down big. Ah, you've got to get that one to go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Jordan's shot won't go. Payton into the front court. Down a bundle. For 3. Not that time. Dinwiddie against the KG veteran Iguodala. To Durant. Kevin Durant. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Nothing going here on that drive. Nets have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
The winner will receive courtside and a halftime presentation in his or her
Smith to Taj Gibson. Short jumper off the mark. Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Durant.
Watch that cutter.
Left.
Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Cruises inside for 2.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. Working it outside to Dennis Smith Jr. Kevin Durant with a piece. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, That's something special to watch.
To Durant. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Kevin Durant. A couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. New York Knicks basketball to Dennis Smith Jr. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen.
Nah, I don't need no screen.
To Julius Randle. DeAndre Jordan snatching it out of the air. That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
And number 2, Torian Prince.
Irving with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Durant to Jordan. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen.
You gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
Smith. From long range. No good.
Ah, I missed it. I missed it.
Irving to Jordan.
Knock down.
To the basket is Durant, but his shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Down to Randle. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
KD with the rock. To Irving.
Remaining in the second quarter.
Here's Durant for 2. Not today.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen.
Screen right, screen
Smith.
right, screen right.
Going to launch beyond the arc.
To number 11, Kyrie Irving.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he hits the second.
For the New York Knicks, number 67, Taj Gibson. Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets, number 24, Rondae Hollis.
Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. Kyrie with the rock. From the painted area, won't go down. Surveys the floor. To Gibson. Taj Gibson, 2 of 4 now.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
To Dennis Smith Jr. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Durant to Irving. Durant against the former Finals MVP. Kyrie Irving lines it up for two. Deep two there, won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball. Because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Dennis Smith Jr. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Driving right to the basket. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
To Durant. Knocks it down from mid-range. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it, on the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
The rebound cleared by the Nets. Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen, and they call it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Kyrie Irving. With that, he's 5 for 9.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
They go down low to Randall. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nets. Irving. Nice pass to get things going.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Smith. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Durant sizing up Iguodala. Gets to the basket and scores.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. New York with 4 to shoot. Smith now. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. Tough make through traffic.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Possession lies with New York. Smith. Here comes the screen. To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. 4 out of 7.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Hollis Jefferson. Here comes the screen. Durant matched up with Iguodala. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant on a pass stolen by the Knicks.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
A pass stolen by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Rebound hauled in by New York.
That's up, baby. I got ball. This is all me.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Over to the right side. Screen coming.
Right.
Rondé Hollis Jefferson swats it. Monroe
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Hey, watch this screen left.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Irving to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. To Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. And it's Monroe with the rebound. Into the front court comes Smith. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Smith. To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
New York in control of the basketball. Smith, down low to Monroe. Takes stock of the floor. That's rebounded by the Nets. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. Greg Monroe able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Changes coming from both sides right now. Hayden. Shot clock winding down. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Cashes in for two.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Kevin Durant pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Durant here against Taj Gibson. Short jumper off the mark.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Durant. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer, no. He's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Monroe to Taj Gibson. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
And count the basket inside.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys hold a commanding lead.
2 minutes
To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. They'll get it to Durant. The pass set it all up.
Good shot.
The assist from number 12, Joe Harris.
I got ball.
A pass stolen by the Nets. Got it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Marcus Morris at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Whoops, that won't go. Irving to Durant. It goes down.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Gibson. Kevin Durant. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
To Gibson. Short jumper misses. Rebound taken by the Knicks. Hayden with the basketball. His guys down big. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Elfrid Payton at the line for 2 shots. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach.
I got him. Here we go. I got ball.
Screen coming. To Taj Gibson. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team, because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
2 for 2 on that trip. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Gibson. Kyrie Irving for 2. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate. Smith. Here comes the screen. Down low for Gibson. Mitchell Robinson tips it. Irving brings the ball up court. To Durant. Sizing up the defense. Kevin Durant lets it fly off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Julius Randle. Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. To Durant. Lets it fly from long range. Second and a putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Nothing going here on that drive. A pass stolen by the Nets.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Nice pass to set things up. And scores. Strong take.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Kevin Durant with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. Timeout here for the Knicks, as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
To Colin Sexton. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Nets have the basketball to Durant. Probing the defense. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's Durant for 2. Shot won't go. Taj Gibson to Julius Randle. Has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Knocked loose. It's the Nets who are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It wasn't surprising to see this team get the win. They did a great job.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.